Well, I'm Storm Track 12 meteorologist Les Still here, right on the verge of some cold air starting to get back into our weather pattern. This is Thursday night. We're quickly watching a front work its way on through the area here. So between now and around 1 or 2 o'clock Friday morning, as this front does pass on through, we are going to anticipate brief heavy downpours, some wind gusts in excess of 30, 40, maybe even closer to 45 or 50 miles an hour right behind the front as it does move its way on in through the area here. So that means that now's the time to go out and secure any loose trash cans, Christmas decorations that are going to be blowing around, maybe end up in the neighbors' yards, and all that leaf cleaning up you did. Well, guess what? We've got more leaves that are going to be blown back in from the neighbor's yard as we go through the next 24 hours or so. Also out on the water, not only do you have gale warnings out on the water themselves and potentially a 1 to 2 foot higher than normal rise of water along the Sound side outer banks, that includes Ocracoke, but we are going to be looking at on the west side of the Sounds and the rivers, lower than normal tides, blowout tides, is what we're going to be looking at here over the next 24 to 36 hours with those gusty westerly winds that are going to be kicking in behind this system. Now, I still am concerned until about 2 o'clock in the morning on Friday morning that there's an isolated, very slim chance we could see an isolated tornado develop. Again, the ingredients are kind of lacking a little bit, but by the same token, though, they're there. So let's just use caution, especially with coming during the overnight period here as everybody gets ready to go to bed. The main threat is going to be some damaging wind gusts. Some brief heavy downpours will be associated with this. And again, this is from now up until about 2 o'clock Friday morning. The positive side is, though, after about 1 or 2 o'clock, the storms are off the coast. We'll quickly clear things out by the early morning hours, and temperatures are going to be dropping into the upper 30s and lower 40s for inland spots, holding in the 40s at the beaches. And then for the day tomorrow, it's going to be those gusty westerly winds. The big deal is going to be not only the winds, but the wind chills. Now, we'll see a decent amount of sunshine with some clouds coming back in the afternoon hours as the colder air does continue to move in. And we could see still some wind gusts in excess of 30, 35 miles an hour on the beaches. We'll generally see sustained winds between 20 and 25. Take a look at the temperature trend as we've gone through the evening hours here in New Bern and points south of the Kinston-New Bern Oriental line. We've actually seen temperatures rise. That's a sign of this warm air surging up the coastal plain. And what has me concerned is not only do we have the temperatures rising, so are the dew points. And that's what I'm a little concerned about, that we've got this high dew point air that is surging out ahead of this front. So that's why we are going to use some caution here. In fact, take a look. This storm has had a history of lots of wind damage. Every blue dot on there is a wind damage associated with this. And you can see as we went through the afternoon and evening hours from Alabama, Mississippi on in through Florida. In fact, Florida did have a brief tornado reported, one of the areas there where a cop actually saw it near the station that was working its way on through the area. You'll notice this system is a very large system going all the way from the Gulf Coast states on up into Hudson Bay, where they have got near blizzard conditions on the backside of this now. Chicago has switched over, and we are quickly watching this system push its way on off towards the east. And as it does, it's about a 4 to 6 hour window that we have the potential for some of the severe weather for us here in eastern Carolina. A lot of this has to do with the way the jet stream is configured. You can see Future Track does show here this big low-pressure system that is lifting on up in towards the southern Canada. Meanwhile, we've got this direct discharge of Arctic air that gets put into our weather pattern here with the trough coming on through. That's going to cool us down and, again, continue to keep the gusty winds in here. The difference in pressure between this upper-level low, high pressure sitting out here underneath the ridge, that's what's going to create those gusty west-northwesterly winds that we're going to be seeing here over the next 24 to 36 hours. Positive side is, though, that it's in and it's out. And you notice, yet again, we get warmer air starting to flood back into our weather pattern as we head on into Christmas, as we're going to be watching another storm system looking like it's going to be coming out of the desert southwest and headed on up. It probably going to our north, cutting yet again just because we don't have negative NAO, although it's borderline negative. And the blocking is definitely going in over the top, which lets me know that that's where the potential for cold air is. But it looks like it's going to stay bottled up in southern Canada now, at least until the next storm system comes along, where it may be able to get tapped and come in here. But you'll notice as we go Sunday into Monday, a little upper-level ridge tries to reform here, and then look, here comes our next storm system down the pike, coming east of the Rockies. And this is going to be a pretty good monster storm system developing yet again as we head on into the couple days between Christmas and New Year's. Future Track's got a handle on this. Notice the winds quickly going around from the southeasterly to westerly direction overnight tonight going in through the day tomorrow. And you can see that colder air coming in at the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. That is what's going to allow us to see those gusty wind chills, making it feel more like freezing by tomorrow afternoon with those strong winds in place. And then that colder air eventually starts to abate as that high pressure does slide in here, with a good deal of sunshine coming our way as we go in through the Saturday and Sunday. Not really a whole lot of rainfall associated with this system, maybe about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch as it does work its way on through the area here. But again, the big deal is going to be the winds. You can see them gusting out ahead of it, and then it will calm down a little bit overnight tonight, but then right back up in that 20 to 25, 30 mile an hour range as we head on through the afternoon hours tomorrow, and then still remaining fairly strong not only for Friday night going into Saturday, but also Saturday itself. That is the reason why the Weather Service does have a wind advisory posted for down East Carteret County as well as for the Outer Banks as a result of these strong gusty westerly winds. And again, that's going to take the water out of the Neuse River and move it out into the Sounds. The western side of the Sounds will be all pushed over to the eastern side. So, temperatures dropping, only lucky to get back to near 54 tomorrow. Actual temperature feeling more like near freezing when you factor in those gusty winds. So just in time for winter to arrive here at 6:12 tomorrow morning. A good deal of sunshine around for Saturday and Sunday. Weak little system cuts to our south on Christmas Eve afternoon, but it does look like by Christmas Day we'll kind of see variably cloudy skies, but I think we'll be in between systems. And then again, we'll have to time out that next one coming our way as we head in through Wednesday and Thursday of next week. This is the next one that looks like it'll be giving us, again, more good needed rainfall for us here in eastern Carolina. Have yourself a good Thursday, and I'll talk to you again on Friday. I'm Storm Track 12 meteorologist Les Still.